Alright, I just wanted to explain a little bit about what we got going on here. So these are the spark plugs I pulled out from the 5.3 liter V8 that I pulled out of my pickup truck. I'm not sure how many miles those spark plugs have on them, but I would guess around 20,000 maybe. I just pulled the engine out of my pickup truck with the transmission attached to it. And so I'm going through the process of reassembling my truck, but what you see here is 250,000 miles in gunk buildup, shit falling down. Ooh, it's got 243 heads you see there. You can see that it has 243 heads, and it's got a greasy valve cover on each cylinder head, and you can see the timing cover is real greasy. It's just greasy beyond imagination. It's just absolutely caked. You get down to the oil pan, you can see that it's leaking oil heavily from the oil pan, and it's got mud. That was where the air conditioning compressor would have been mounted. You can see the paint peeling off of the cylinders from the exterior. Yeah, like I said, this engine has 250,000 miles. It's from a 2003 Chevrolet Silverado. If you like what you're looking at, then please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button too. If you like these kinds of videos, it really helps me out a whole bunch. And then you can see the rear main seal. I'm going to pan down, you can see it. You got some sensors right there. I'll explain what those are. Those are the knock sensors up top on the valley cover. That's the camshaft position sensor, and the one that's missing is the oil pressure sending unit. But yeah, you can see the stamping on the back of the engine block. It says 4.8/5.3 liter group because they have the same engine block. And you can see the oil pan, the oil leaking down from the rear main seal right there. This is the view of the rear main seal I was telling you about. This is the crankshaft position sensor. That's the dipstick tube hole right there, but that's the camshaft position sensor, so you can see they're both on the back side of the engine block. And the last thing is this little plug. You can screw a sensor into that, a coolant temp sensor, if you want to. Alright, so I took the valley cover off, and now you can see into the valley of the engine where you can see the camshaft right there. You can see the camshaft. It runs end to end. You can see the valves. Those are the intake valves. Very much carboned up. And here are the rockers on the inside of the valve cover, and of course the valves and valve springs right there. But the rocker arms, there's some plastic gunk inside this valve cover, but that was just from removing the engine. I accidentally smashed the oil filler tube, so that's not anything critical. That's just from me making a stupid blunder. Yeah, everything looks decent. And we'll take one last look there at the back of the engine, or the side of the engine. One last look here before we end the video. Again, make sure you please hit the like button and subscribe, because I'm going to be making more automotive content about this engine and many more cars coming in the future. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is Max. Peace out.